Well, howdy. Okay, so the previous video was odd and sneaky spirit involved, and so yeah, Archangel Michael to the rescue, yay! And I just didn't want to add anything else into that video, so this is part 2, so to speak. Not connected in any way. That is finished. That's over. It's good. We're all good. That really awful spirit has moved on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get some messages for the day. Still have my mug with my Eye of Protection. All right, and let me put that over there for now. And I am going to go ahead and start. All right, what are the predominant energies for the day? Which deck? Okay, this one. So this is one of my little minis, and it's the Gilded Tarot. And as you can see, they really are little minis. Let's see. Spirit's reminding me, I say think on your feet a lot. And so it's good to be able to think on your feet. And what happened in that last video is a prime example of that. Always trust what you know. You know, don't let anyone try to convince you of something that doesn't feel right to do. Okay? No one gets to control your thoughts but you. I've said that I don't know how many times, and I will continue to say it. Okay? All right, so what is the message for today? Spirit guides, guardians, come into this reading. Thank you. Blessings of love and light to all. I hold the truth of all that is in my heart. Okay. What is the message for the collective? 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 What is the message? What is the message that needs to be heard? Okay, I changed it around a little bit and said, what is the message that needs to be heard? And then they started coming out. All right. Oh, that's a bigger grouping. Okay. And also, I don't like reversals because there are so many cards to fill all aspects of things that I don't feel the need for reversals. Also, you know I'm not really a card reader. I just use them as a jumping off point. I'm an energy reader. Just kind of old-fashioned psychic medium, you know, and cards are a jumping off point for me. So I just do the best I can and hope, you know, ask Spirit to help me out to figure out what's going on. All right, so the first one is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. And then we've got, I'm just going to show you and then we'll try to figure out what's going on here. The High Priestess. And she is just happy and dancing in a world of her own. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so we go from a page to a priestess to the Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. And those are not happy people. But then we go into the Two of Cups. Okay, this is all over the place. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, a lot of pentacles. I'm sorry, there we go. If you hear one of the cats howling in the background, she's fine. She's hovering. I know what she's doing. She got one of her stuffed little toys and she's hovering over it and protecting it and telling everybody it's hers. She's fine. Promise. All right. Knight of Cups is what we end on. All right. You know what? This is just kind of everywhere. So I'm going to ask Spirit to step in and help interpret. Okay, I'm hearing there are two groups of people in here. So there are two different messages. Okay, I need you to help me out to understand what it means. I need to take the 3 on the end. and put them over here. Okay, so that's one. This is weird. They're telling me to put the high priestess over here, but put these three together. And then to put her in the middle. Okay, all right. I'm just here. I'm just going along for the ride. You all tell me what to do. All right, so let me hold these up so you can see them and they make sense. All right, so the first group of three, it's this. All right, so we got the page, all pentacles. Page going into the 7 and then the 5. Okay? So it's kind of like if that were a number, 10, 6, 5. All pentacles. You know, I'm hearing don't overgive. Make sure and hold back enough for yourself. Don't overgive, because typically that's what whomever this is for, whatever group of people, and again, it's a general reading, it's not for everybody, so I can't, I can't read for everybody, and it would be impossible, but these are themes that I think affect numerous people, and you have free will. And guess what? You are the captain of your ship and the pilot of your plane. Do what feels good. Do what's right. Okay. All right. So what we've got in this instance with this first grouping of pentacles, make sure that you are protecting and holding back a little bit for yourself, because when you give, you tend to go all in and overgive, to the point that you end up sometimes taking on too much of a financial burden, or going without, or make sure you are taking care of your needs. Make sure that you're financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, make sure your wells are not, or your reserves are not being depleted. Make sure your well doesn't run dry, because if you do, then you really, if you've got nothing left and then you find out you gave to the wrong situation, it's not being selfish to make sure you're taken care of. Boy, that's an old one, but a good one. Thank you. They showed me the dangling air mask thing that drops down out of the plane, wherever, above the head. And, you know what I'm talking about. They always tell people, put your oxygen mask on first, because if you pass out, your kid, your spouse, whomever else is with you dies. So, if you're in charge of somebody who can't do that for themselves, put yours on first, so then you can help them and do so effectively. Of course, that is sort of the exact opposite of what most people would do. But then again, if they run out of oxygen, then everybody goes. Because okay, you get it. I don't have to keep I don't have to keep explaining it. All right, this one in the middle, the High Priestess. All right. This just feels, oh, this is odd. Okay. This is almost an unpleasant one in this instance. Not the High Priestess, but what it represents here. Because I was asking Spirit to help me out with this. And what I just heard was Puppet Master. So someone who is potentially not using their abilities for the best of purposes. This could, in whatever area this applies to. But this is someone, I think, okay, thank you. This is representing someone who knows what they're doing. So they know they're stirring the pot. All right? As a friend of mine would say, someone's acting like the spoon. Someone just likes to be a spoon because they're always stirring a pot. So this is the spoon. This person knows they're doing it. They're also trying to orchestrate problems. They're also trying to, that's what stirring the pot does. It gets people all stirred up. Gets things to the point of bubbling over. And they get a charge out of it. So that's kind of sick, you know, but we've all known people like that. So in this first group, someone is giving to the point of depletion. There's someone kind of off in the distance watching, enjoying the scene and the spectacle of it all, and realizing that they are part of controlling and manipulating the situation. Woo! Boy, this is getting heavy. All right, let's move on to the rest of the cards and see if this gets any better. It looks like it does. Oh, this is nice. I think that's going to be a good message. All right. So the last three cards, they're separated in between. It's like the first three pentacles, then the High Priestess, and then these last three. So this is sort of the other side, coming out of the other side of whatever the situation is. So it's the Two of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of, Cups. All right. So this is the last three. All right. So, psychically speaking, I need your help yet again, Spirit. I know why I got the Pulp Fiction Tarot out, because I'm gonna use that next for a quick pull. I heard something that sounds like something out of a very old movie. It was curses foiled again, you know. So apparently love does win in the end. Love wins out. But only coming in as a knight. So it barely wins out. There's someone who is, it's you know, that whole, you know each other at a soul level connection. Someone can't let go of past ways of doing things, past ways of thinking about things, and very meticulous about trying to balance the scales to the point of missing the point, it looks like. But then there is this Knight of Cups, who it's like, finally, it looks like this is, I don't want to get this wrong. Tell me what it is. There are two things. It's like, there's always a caveat. All right. So there are two ways to look at this. One could be whatever situation that this High Priestess is trying to manipulate or kind of meddle in and stir the pot too much. Apparently that is the faction that she's trying to manipulate. They're going to figure it out because they're going to shut it out. Okay, they're going to balance the scales of the past and move forward, and hopefully with hope and enthusiasm, and not just in a superficial way. But this is still a true gallant knight coming in with the Cup of Love. Now, the other way to look at this is that, no, I think that's predominantly the main one, but there is a slight possibility for a portion watching. Man, this is taking forever. I'm sorry. This shouldn't be taking this long just for these little cards. I am getting self-love, though, and self-love is important. Someone is finally going to understand what they deserve and their value as a result of all of this. And so even if the knight chooses not to be chivalrous, that person's the other part of this is gonna be okay. Okay. Well, there you go. How odd. All right. I'm just going to do one from one of the cats. She's got the zoomies, and she is just all over the place right now. That is so funny. Okay. So I am going to do a quick, maybe 3 cards. I don't know. We'll see. This is the Pulp Fiction Tarot. So much enjoyment from this deck. I get so much enjoyment. Oh, now they're chasing. Hey, Elsa. No. Leave that alone. Elsa, hey, stop. I'm sorry, y'all. She's tearing stuff up. Thank you. Welcome to my home. All right. What is the message? All right. So, how odd. All right, between the last video and then that last card reading in this video, and let's just have something that we can focus on today. What is the message that you have for us today, Spirit? All that is. Oh, I was in my head, I was asking, are the archangels around, or are they still kind of running interference and on that spirit from the last video? And the card that presented itself was Judgment. So it's all being taken care of. We're good. Who do we want to call on? I want to call on someone specific. Raphael, Archangel Raphael. He is very often considered the doctor or healer angel, and he has helped facilitate some miraculous healings on me, for me. Absolutely love Raphael. Okay, Archangel Raphael, I want to call on you directly. I always love when they come around. What is the message that you have? Can you show us through a card rather than a full channel? I'm getting tired of... Okay. What is the message that you have for the collective? What is the message that you have from a healing aspect for the collective today? Stop right here. What's on the bottom? Okay. What's on the bottom is the Six of Cups, and we just had that. And they're saying this one too. And it's the Three of Cups. Now, what else? Open the center. And Temperance, the third card. And the center card was a 3. All right. So we have, so the number 3 is particularly important here. Okay, but we have the Six of Cups, the Three of Cups, and Temperance. Okay. I'm going to hold all 3 of these up together so you can see them. Okay. Coming into balance, coming into, they're saying, okay, so what I'm hearing, because there are other healer angels and beings here as well, but they're coming in almost like it's almost like a chorus of, oh, I know who this is. It's the chorus of the divine singing. Never mind. That's we don't have time to even talk about that. I'll talk about that later. But it's beautiful and it's wonderful. But yeah, so there's a whole group of healer angels here. So what I'm hearing is, I'm sorry, I need to refocus. Coming into union. Coming into union and reunion within yourself, your place the place within yourself where spirit resides, and your connection to the spirit without and your higher power. Healing takes, okay, we're going to channel anyway. Healing takes many forms. Thank you, Raphael. Healing takes many forms. When your higher self, the most pristine, unchallenged part of your soul, connects to who you are in this incarnation, because a little bit does stay on the other side. A little thin thread connects the two pieces so that you are not continually adrift. It gives you a sense of connection. When you connect with your own higher self, which is in essence a connection to the higher power and all that is, because all are connected in this same way, that is when your healing happens, and what is perceived as a miraculous healing. This is why it is so important to understand the phrase that has been uttered before: everything you need is within you. Come into union and reunion with yourself, and that will create balance, and that will create healing. Be at peace with the knowledge that you are not alone, and with grace we thank you. Oh, my word. I love you, Raphael. I love Raphael so much. Now that was a reading with cards as a prompt. That was a good reading. Wow. I had never thought of it that way. I mean, I know about our higher selves and I've actually seen the silver thread once. I always thought it was just symbolic or something. And then I was doing an energy session on someone, and I could physically, objectively see it, and I could feel it. I was shocked. But I hadn't thought of it. I mean, I know all of those individual components, but I hadn't really seen it as this stepping stone. Anyway, I think I'm about to wrap this up. Okay, odd couple of videos. But you know, I think it was worth it. It absolutely was worth it, all of it. But particularly for that last little small channel from Raphael. I just feel very grounded and settled and peaceful. I hope you do too. Isn't it nice to know that you carry a little spark of all that is, of God, of Goddess, Buddha, Allah, whatever you want to call it, a divine creator who loves us more than anything ever. Oh, and I'm hearing it was the hardest, absolute, most painful thing to allow all to have free will. And people, you know, I've heard, oh, they don't have negative. Well, those are only perceived as negative. The amount of love a parent has for a child is always perceived as positive, but people wouldn't say, oh, that's a negative emotion. Don't be afraid for your child. How could you not be? Just as we have free will, that was a difficult choice to allow because of the pain and suffering we would inflict on ourselves and each other as a result. I'm going to say it again. Wow, this has been an odd one. All right. But it's nice to know we have that connection, and it's always there. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With the greatest love and gratitude, I thank you. Be well. Do something that makes you incredibly happy. Even if it's just singing loudly, dancing, For me, I think it's going to be a piece of chocolate. And live your life fully. I love you all. Take care. We'll talk later.